What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning back into the Biz with D right here, right now. David Dwayne. We got our boy Luke James back with us. What's going on, Luke?
What's happening, man? Chilling.
Not much. Just out here working.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Thank you for having me.
I see it. Thanks so much for coming back. We definitely appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I mean, I'm just so grateful that you wanted to do another interview. Thank you.
I mean, no doubt. I gotta say, your fans actually really like our interviews that we do. So I'm like, you know what? Besides me being a fan of your music and really supporting you like that, I when the fans want me to interview you, I gotta do that, and only but that.
Yeah, you gotta give the people what they want, straight up.
Absolutely.
I believe in that.
Yeah, definitely. So I've got to say, congratulations. The album is doing phenomenal. Were you surprised that it would, chart as well as it did itself?
Yeah, definitely surprised. But I always knew I'd be here, though. You know what I mean? I always knew that it would set a fire. Very confident in my art and in my creative process. So, but I'm definitely surprised, man. I don't take it lightly. I'm just grateful, man. I'm blessed.
I know that's right. And I've got to say, I'm definitely loving the album. It's definitely like a different vibe. You always surprise me with, like, the approach of direction with music. Was it hard to, kind of change it up a little bit with the album?
Yeah.
Kind of switching gears from the mixtapes to EP?
Not really. I think the mixtapes, you're a lot more free to just try different things, and then you put it out and you see what people are more receptive to. Just on the album is more of being, I guess, more on the mixtape you could be a little bit iffy or straight on, kinda. I don't know if that makes sense, but on the album you have to be definite to who you are, and what you're doing.
Right.
So I think it was just a matter of just standing my ground on the album and speaking about things and how I wanted to speak about things and the type of music and how I want the music to flow. It's just being confident that I'm putting this piece of art together that makes sense for myself and for the listener.
Definitely.
I hope that makes sense. Yeah.
Absolutely. It makes a lot of sense. And I know also you changed the name. We talked about this when we were sitting down at SOB, but definitely want to talk about how you decided to change the name from Made to Love to do a self-titled, and how you were telling me how it's going to, that Made to Love will come later and be like a different a chapter within the next future projects. Yeah,
definitely. Because this album, because it is my first official release, and I look at this album as, I look at the mixtapes to be a trailer, right? Or maybe the pictures within the book of Luke. I look at this album to be the prelude. So it's only right to title the cover before you get to the prelude, before you actually listen to what's going on inside of the book. Title it Luke James. This is the beginning of my story, So that's how I look at this. I think Made to Love is a chapter within the book, like many others that are going to come.
Indeed. I definitely feel that way, and it seems like even like with your music, you make it like a series, and each song is like a chapter, and you just continue on with it, and it just really progresses.
Yeah, definitely.
So I've got to ask you about Dancing in the Dark. You did a music video to that. You got a lot of praise, surprise with, how you went about the approach of shooting the video. But before we talk about the video, what was the, real meaning behind recording that song for you?
Well, I wanted something that felt good. I wanted something that made you want to move and dance. Something that had a very sustainable, classic trendy kind of feeling, something new, a new wave kind of thing, you know. But something that it feels like you've heard this before, you felt this before. It's not an unfamiliar feeling. It's just one of those feelings that it just feels new all the time, every time you hear it, you know. That was the process in creating Dancing in the Dark, and also I wanted to say something rather than just say the normal make you dance kind of song, you know.
Right.
The song is about, you know, it's about meeting somebody for the first time, and when you meet someone that you don't know, you're basically dancing in the dark. You're basically in the dark about them because you don't know who they are, and the more and more you have a conversation with them, the more and more you talk, you begin to take off layers. So in the video, that was the reason for us getting nude, because more and more we sat there and hung out together and spoke and looked each other in the eye, the more and more we became more revealed in the dark.
Exactly. That makes sense.
So,
it really does make sense.
Thank you.
I like that because just like you said, it's like, you know, you get the clothes, you know, coming off represents, you know, the getting to know phase, and then being a nude is, okay, now you know me. Now you know what I'm about, what I like to do, who I am as a person, not just this. We're not strangers anymore. We're very familiar.
Not anymore. And so in the song, we say dancing in the dark again, and it feels so good, I want to lay you down. So it's connecting with somebody on a cerebral kind of level, you know, and so but it feels you connecting so tight that you want to make it physical, not only just a spiritual enlightenment, but you want to make it do a physical enlightenment. You know, you want to touch each other. So that, you know, it's a very sensual kind of record.
Right. Now, were you surprised that it got such a great response, or how it did? I mean, just in all being the track and the video?
No, I wasn't surprised. I knew that. I kind of, you know, my team, myself, we kind of know what gets people going. I think it's just a matter of having integrity with it. And, you know, I love art, you know, just living in New York and coming from New Orleans, I can appreciate art. And I think I'm getting more of a better understanding as more and more I learn about different art pieces and going to exhibits and whatnot. I'm starting to learn more and more about how to move people just by visuals, you know,
right.
But without making them feel like it's distasteful, you know.
Mhm. That's true. Even like with the Strawberry Vapors music video, very, very moving and catching.
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all definitely got some masterminds when it comes to these videos. Definitely, you know, setting aside from what's the norm. Oh yeah, no doubt. Because nowadays you see everybody's trying to follow that same concept with the videos. There's nothing creative. Nothing creative.
There's not much vision in it. But, you know, I hope that I can help inspire alongside with other people who are doing amazing visuals and amazing music. I hope that I can help inspire people to just really jump out of the box and really, truly jump into who they are, you know, and stretch the limits.
Exactly. So now let's switch gears and talk about like your performances, because I mean, you came in this game as an underdog, being, you know, you started off as a writer. Well, you were in the group, then you know, got your writing credits like that. Then you came out as a solo artist. But now these shows are selling out everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, does that shock you too? Because I knew that would, you know, from, you know, having such a track record like you, I'd be shocked.
No, it shocks me. It definitely shocks me. Every night it shocks me, man. It shocks me, man. But it's like I said, it's a blessing. I'm able to live my dream, you know. And people are showing up. I'm grateful for 4 people. I'm grateful for 20 people, and I'm grateful for a packed, oversold house. You know, so you know, I'm just grateful to be able to do what I'm doing. And so to be able to show up at an event and come up when we arrive on stage and there's a room filled with people, I mean, that's amazing, you know, for any artist, I would think, because it's just
right.
Your dream is being respected. Your art is being felt and heard, and you're not alone. You know, that's basically what it means. You know, this music is like, you know, I look at my music as this is like my journal, my diary. You know, and I'm allowing people to read it. You know, and coming to a show getting on stage and seeing a room full of people and they're singing the songs back to you, or they're just sitting there listening, but they paid their money to come see you perform, means a whole lot, means you're not alone. The struggles you go through, that you write about, that you create, that you overthink, that you think people won't get, or that you think may be too personal, but fuck it, I need to put it down. Excuse my language, but I mean, you know.
Oh, you good.
It's like, you know, that's everything, you know. That means you're not alone. That means, you know, I feel myself as a messenger in the music that I put out, and so I want to make sure that I'm being as truthful and honest, and hopefully somebody gets that. And so, yeah, to come to a show where people are there, that's amazing.
Right, that's dope. And what? I just got a whole new question I was going to ask you. So, what, like, how would you say the feeling for you is on stage? Because you mentioned the fact of, you know, I got to say, you're probably the most grateful and humble artist I've met, spoke to, and interviewed and all that, because I rarely hear anybody say, even the ones that I work with, say, no shade to them, that even if it's 10 people, 4 people, 32, a packed house, the fact that, you know, you said, you know, you're grateful because, you know, they came out, you know, they get to experience the music, get to hear your story. Like, that's humble.
Yeah. I mean, end of the day, you know, you know, life could be so different, you know. It could be so different. So I take everything as a gift. I try my best. I'm human. I may have my faults and moments. I fall and feel differently or whatever. But every day is a gift. You don't have to be here. I don't have to be singing. I don't have to do what I love to do. And no one has to respect it or buy it or pay for it or want to see it or want to hear it. So I'm grateful. There's so much going on in the world right now. I'm grateful that somebody saved their money to buy my album to help them get through their day or help them have a great time or feel some type of way. I'm grateful that somebody would take the time out to come see me, you know? So
for sure,
that it's grateful.
Indeed. Now, would you want to, or do you have plans of doing your own tour soon?
Yeah, well, you know, right now we're doing this run that we're finishing up. It's basically the album release run, you know, and it's been great. Shows have been selling out. I look forward to doing my own tour, possibly jumping on something with someone else, you know, just to keep the flow going. But I definitely want to do my own tour. Just as more as my star gets brighter. Definitely, I want to do my own tour.
Definitely. What artists would you like to have, you know, go on tour with you?
I don't know, man. There's a lot of different artists that I really enjoy. I can't really name all of them. It's you know, I mean, honestly, whoever's just having a good time, you know, and really like giving the people what they want, you know. That's honestly what I want to do. I want to, you know, be able to perform how I want with no hate, no nothing. Nothing but love. As long as it's a loveful environment, I'm down to do it, you know?
Definitely. I think what would be a dope tour if you know, your Jacket crew, and then Will Varner on one tour, that'd be hot. That's hot.
Definitely be hot. You're hella right.
because everybody likes, the vibe that all of y'all have, and it's very similar too. People, that's what people like, that real vibe of R&B, and it's not very cliche. It's raw. It's raw talent, and it's real.
Yeah, definitely real. I mean, we pride ourselves on that realness. I feel like that's just, that's kind of the era where we're going into, where artists are being true to who they are, and I'm glad I'm a part of that. Perfect timing, right?
Definitely. So now, what would you say are your favorite records from this new album?
All of them. I wouldn't put a record on there I didn't love. So all of them, really, all of them, honestly, they're all in different moods. They're all different feelings, So I can't say I have a favorite. They all are for a different moment in life,
Definitely. And I get that feeling, even when I'm listening to the interludes, or when I'm going back to Here I Want You, I'm getting I get these different feelings. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to pick a favorite. I'm just I can't like them all.
Yeah, hey, that's a good thing, man. I that makes me feel really good, man. Honestly.
No doubt.
Let me know I'm not tripping.
Oh no. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and I got a lot of friends that I trust. Like I told you before, I tell all my friends, say, listen, you gotta check out Luke. I'm telling you, Luke is dope. And then they once again, like, oh my gosh, hey, did he win? I gotta.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Anytime. So now, I want to ask you, because I see that you and Tyrese are, real good friends. You guys had a, shouted out each other on Instagram. How would you, what was it like, meeting him and working with him?
I mean, he's my big brother. It was amazing, if you saw the little tweet or whatever, the Instagram, I mean, I just basically just expressed how much of a fan I was to him before even knowing him. I was of him before even knowing him. So to have that opportunity to be on tour and learn and be in the background and learn so much from him and to be able to really truly call him my brother is just awesome, man. It was an awesome experience. I learned a lot. He always used to say, learn my goods, keep my goods, and learn my bads and leave my bads. He's a big brother, man. So it's amazing. It's dope. I just look at everything to be divine. To be able to be around somebody like that who's been in the game for so long and still doing it. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that I can look to that person if I ever needed a question, needed an answer about something, so he can relate to it.
Yeah, and his words are that he's got words of wisdom for days. I've been watching his Instagram, and my friend has been while I'm on the phone. I'm like, what is Tyrese on now? I'm like, whoa, that's so and so, that's so and so, and it's so deep.
Yeah. Straight up. But that's always been that's been his thing.
I think that's where you guys definitely connect, having deep messages, when you talking and be people sometimes got to take a second to think, be like, wow, that makes sense. Why didn't I think that way?
Yeah. It's just, that's it's just part of growing, I guess, and just really opening your mind to the world as it is, and the world to what you hope it should be and hope it could be. So I guess it's that part of that is coming with acceptance, and then really stretching the limits, and wanting to do something greater and be greater.
True. I try to tell people all the time, you got to strive for that greatness, or else you won't be doing what Joe DeSmo down here is wishing he would, what he is doing versus what he should be doing.
Right. Right. Straight up.
Well, Luke, thanks so much again for this interview and coming back. We definitely, appreciate chatting with you always.
Thank you so much for having me, man. It's an absolute pleasure, man. And I remember, man. You wear glasses, right?
Yup.
I got you. I remember. Okay. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. You always show love since day one. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. Like anytime that you like Philly, New York, like that, I'm always there because you're humble. You got real talent, and like a lot of people should support more so real music like yours versus the ratchet bullshit. I'm just gonna put it out there like that.
Hey, man, thank you. I really appreciate it, bro.
No doubt. So real quick, just in case people don't know where they can follow you as far as social media is concerned, and where they can get the album, tell them where they can check you out and everything.
Well, people can check me out on my Instagram, through my Instagram. That's Wolf James, WOLF James. Twitter, Who is Luke James? And for my tour dates or anything else you want to know about me, you can go to my website, officiallukejames.com.
For sure. Well, everybody make sure you guys get Luke James' album on iTunes, Amazon, in stores now. Self-titled.
Please.
The project is hot. And Luke, thanks so much again for coming, and we'll definitely see and talk to you again soon.
Thank you so much, man. It's an absolute pleasure, man. Be blessed.
Anytime. You too.
Straight up.
All right. Later.
Later.